Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof and we're back again with another Hood Nature video. Let's go. This is why I don't trust seagulls. Me too, they're assholes. Fuck seagulls. What
I
the?
should probably explain what the hell that is. That was an albino African-clawed frog. Some frogs like the Titicaca frog look like they were around to liposuction because they live in high altitude lakes and the extra skin helps them absorb more oxygen. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. This frog is sick and it probably has dropsy. Dropsy is a condition where the fluid that fills the lymphatic system doesn't drain properly, so it fills up the lymph nodes and builds up outside the cells, which is why the frog looks like a balloon. I'm not 100% sure what caused it, but it can be triggered by a poor diet.
It's just fat.
Though, and frogs with dropsy can live for 5 to 8 years, but yeah, the frog is sick. Okay, so I just looked it up, and apparently it's caused by a bacterial infection, which means it can be treated by antibiotics as long as the damage to the frog's organs aren't long-term. Also, from what I read, putting the frog in distilled water can help because high calcium content water, it can also be a trigger. There's also a chance that the frog is simply just bloated, but it's more likely that he has dropsy. Because I know for a fact there's going to be that one comment, no, you can't pop them with a pen, and yes, you're a psychopath. He's still cute, though. So, I learned something today, and I desperately need y'all to see this. I was today years old when I found out sea anemone can actually move. Yes, the same thing Nemo lived in, and the same thing SpongeBob accidentally watched while trying to find a sports channel.
Oh.
I know I'm going to get that one comment, so I'm just going to say sea anemone aren't plants, they're animals, and they're actually related to jellyfish. They're predators that feed on plankton, shrimp, and even small fish. They hunt by acting innocent and lulling their victim into a false sense of security before they snatch their soul and never let go. Basically, get out with more water. Most anemone have stinging tentacles that can clap fish, and some, like the Flamingo over here, can cause severe pain in humans for months. The reason this one didn't cause a family reunion in the afterlife...
Severe pain in humans for months? What?
Is because clownfish are covered in mucus that protects them from the sting. Also, clownfish poop provides nutrients for the anemone, so he basically lets them rock. But I knew all that, but I didn't know they could move.
So you're saying he's a freak? He wants to get pooped on?
You can find this video on YouTube, or if you're SpongeBob, on C-Hub. Man said popcorn, behold the opsy. What a savage. I should probably explain what the hell that was.
Please.
That was an Atlantic sea hare, but down south you'll hear it be called a Florida inkfish. And what is a sea hare, you ask? It's basically a large kind of sea slug, and as a mollusk they're related to octopus and cuttlefish, and like them, they can squirt ink whenever they get pressed. Because of its diet of red algae, its ink is actually purple, but luckily it's non-toxic. This specific one is an Aplysia fasciata, also known as a sooty sea hare. It's the most common kind you'll find in the Sunshine State. Even though its ink is non-toxic, they basically sweat poison, which is why eating one can make you sick. But some people will eat their eggs as a delicacy because, of course, it's Florida, they have no rules. By far, the weirdest thing about them is their sex life. They form literal trains because as hermaphrodites, they can pitch and catch. In this forbidden conga line, the sea hare will bust his baby batter into the one in front of him while simultaneously taking it from the one behind. And now you know this sea hare was either going to or coming from an unspeakable choo-choo party. Aren't you glad you follow me?
Why do rhinos have two horns? One that's bigger and one that's smaller.
I'm so glad you...
Easy answer, because they're horny.
First of all, not all rhinos have two horns. The Indian and Javan rhino have one. The black, white, and Sumatran rhinos have two. Before I answer your question, let me explain why this horn is so important. Rhinos use their horns to dig in the ground for water, females use them to gently guide their babies, and males use them to move their poop into piles to mark their territory. By far the most important part is that rhinos use those 20 to 50 inch weapons to square up with lions and hyenas, and males use them to fight over females in territory. If a rhino loses its horn, it loses its biggest intimidation factor against predators, and especially against other rhinos who see hornless rhinos as weaker. So to answer your question, if they lose or damage the first horn, the second horn is basically a backup as the first one grows back. It takes 3 years for a rhino to grow back.
Their horns grow back
completely, in 3 years without your only defense in the savannah is basically a death sentence. Think about it, when you're surrounded by nothing but ops, you wouldn't have just one strap. I'm talking about guns, by the way. Long story short, rhinos in dangerous environments have two horns because evolution was not kind to the ones with one. The more you know. I can't make you like rats a little more. You can go ahead and unfollow me. Rats are ticklish and they actually giggle when you do it. It's just that it's so high pitched that you normally never hear it. Mice and rats blush when they're happy, and you can tell when their ears become a more vivid pink. Rats are extremely clean and they spend a lot of time grooming and washing themselves. Not only that, but they bond by cleaning each other, which is called allogrooming, and for a rat,
they also hump each other?
Trust is letting someone else do their hair. Rats are also neat freaks that'll occasionally organize their food into piles. Pet mice can form strong emotional attachments with humans. Not only will rats react with excitement when they hear...
Can they also cook for you?
Their owners they'll try to groom their human friend as if they were a rat in their own family. And these bonds can easily last a rat's entire life. They're not only highly intelligent, but they can show empathy and compassion. In an experiment, one rat was held in a special cell-like device and one was put outside of it. And every time the rat on the outside got extremely nervous and tried to free the other rat, even though he himself had nothing to gain by doing so. They got racially profiled
Nice.
because it turns out they're actually not responsible for the plague that clapped 200
What?
million people.
Wait.
Scientists believe people caught the plague from other people, not rats. Rats sing like songbirds when they're really
What? What? The plague was a lie. Of course it's humans that kill humans. I mean, to be honest, now that I think about it, it makes more sense. Kinda, I guess.
happy. Hope this helps. Seagull facts, but they're actually the spawn of Satan. Seagulls will gouge baby seals and eat their...
Listen, you don't have to explain to me why. They yoinked my food when I was at the beach one time. I go to America, I go to beach after 15 days of constant work. I go to beach, yes? I buy chips and stuff to eat at beach. Smart boy from Eastern Europe. I go inside beach, woo woo, cool water, woo woo, waves, woo woo. I turn back to look at my stuff. Fucking seagull yoinks my shit.
Their eyes
Fuck
and with the baby
them.
seal blind, they attack their weak points because seagulls have zero shame. They'll eat literally anything, including
What
rats,
the
rabbits,
hell?
and this felony Tweety will even pick on sick lamb. They're bullies that'll assault
Sick
other
lamb.
birds in the air and steal food from them.
Wait,
They'll
really?
dive bomb and attack other birds until they drop whatever food
Wait.
they're carrying.
A seagull attacks a hawk. A hawk? Aren't they like vicious predators?
Sometimes they'll harass birds that have already eaten and force them to vomit just so this feathery bastard can eat it. They're also cannibals that'll swallow baby chicks whole with zero hesitation or remorse. because
Whoa.
seagulls are one-
Whoa. What? Oi, 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 oi. They make someone else. Bro, that's like punching a fat kid in the stomach after it's eating its food. After it's thrown up. That's savage. Not really. You're a fucked up individual.
one of the few birds with a negative rice purity score. Did I mention they'll go after
Rice?
your dog too? British seagulls have been known to snatch, kidnap, and
Of
murder
course it's
small
the
dogs
British.
like chihuahuas. A seagull will really try to eat your dog and they won't
I mean, that's not
apologize.
really a
On
dog.
top of that, this flying buffalo bill
Chihuahua.
isn't shying about eating the bodies of the dead, including the corpses of its own children. And would you believe they started running phase with people too? And once again, it's the British seagulls that are
What?
the worst. One seagull tried to snatch food from a little boy's hands and instead almost took some of his fingers off. The largest seagulls have a wingspan of nearly 6 feet, making them bigger than my mental health was
Wait,
prepared
whoa,
for.
whoa.
These Lucifer
What the fuck kind of seagull is 6 feet wingspan seagull? What?
canaries don't fear God because
Where?
they are the feathery antichrist. So you know that joke where everything in Australia with a pulse is specially designed
It's
to make
not a
sure you
joke,
don't
it's a
have one?
fact.
Well, there's a plant that can make you suicidal. Dendronide moroids, aka the Gibby plant, is covered in stinging hairs that when touched
Y'all also notice something else about this plant? It looks completely normal. It ain't bright colored, red, pink, that whole flag with all the colors to indicate your sexuality. It ain't there. How the fuck would I know if this shit's poisonous? Isn't that the one thing that you're supposed to find out? If it's bright red or other bright colors, don't touch it. Nature, what the
penetrate
fuck?
skin and release a powerful neurotoxin. And that toxin is a ticket to all 9 circles of hell because the pain is described as being burned by scalding hot acid while being electrocuted. One poor bastard used this plant as toilet paper and the anal assault that followed was so unbearable he shot himself. Bernie Ryder got slapped in the face
Oh.
with this plant in 1963 and until 1965 all he knew was pain. A World War II soldier
Wait,
fell face with this
1963?
plant in 1963 and until 1965 all he knew was pain. A World War II soldier fell face first into this suicide pack of a plant and had to be strapped to a hospital bed to keep him from canceling his own subscription to life. Once those hairs get on you, you would develop painful welts that would be highly sensitive to touch, changes in temperature, and water. Which means if you tried to
Water?
take a shower afterwards, you would be in unbelievable agony. And you want to know
How do
why
you
I
fix
respect
it?
and fear Australians?
How do you
the
fix
same
it?
plant that can hand you 13 reasons at once is the same plant they eat, just as long as the stinging hairs are removed. And it's not just humans that are victims.
Y'all crazy fucks eat this shit. Y'all crazy fucks eat it.
A horse allegedly ate this plant and then proceeded to Hannah Baker itself, proving that Australia is Lucifer's sandbox.
What's a
So
Hannah
I got
Baker?
a lot of questions like this, so here's the best way I can explain this. The short version is poisonous means you die if you bite it, venomous means you're a pack if it bites you. Poison is a toxin that gets into the body through swallowing, inhaling, or absorption. Remember that Family Guy scene?
If you use Toad, then I'm telling you.
Haven't watched Family Guy.
That was a dated reference, but because some desert toads contain bufotoxins, you can become a chalk outline just by licking them. This frog is considered the most
Who licks a frog? What the hell? Stop,
poisonous thing on the planet because its toxins block nerve
Now, you
impulses
know
and
that
causes
shit's
it responsible
poisonous.
for your breathing to stop, making you do the
Look
mannequin
at it.
challenge permanently. Venom involves a bite or a sting that puts you on a stretcher. The most venomous thing on the planet is the box jellyfish because those stinging cells inject a neurotoxin that can cause cardiac arrest before you even leave the water and make it onto shore.
Damn.
What makes them venomous is the fact that they inject it into your body. But because nature's one big middle finger, some animals like this scaly bastard can be venomous and poisonous. The Asian tiger snake not only has a venom-injecting bite, but its diet of poisonous frogs means its skin is more toxic than the shade room comments. And if you still can't tell the difference, just remember this. Poison in the mouth, it's about to go south. Venom, if it bites, your coffin sealed tight. You go flax, but it slowly gets more. I definitely just said flax. I don't care.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that thing? Looks kind of cute. In a weird, I wouldn't touch it way.
Recording. This picture looks like a torn ACL, but those are actually the flamingo's ankles. Their knees are so high up, they're usually covered by feathers. They're born gray but turn pink because of the carotene in the brine shrimp they eat. The same thing can happen to you if you eat enough carrots because the carotene will turn you orange. Also,
I've heard about that,
flamingos. African flamingos stand in water so toxic it would strip the skin off your legs in 2 minutes. Also, they can drink boiling hot water. This isn't a flamingo trying to collect life insurance on his wife, it's 2 flamingos feeding their chick with pink crop milk. Other than penguins and pigeons, they're the only birds that can produce crop milk. Don't be fooled though, they can be some trash parents because sometimes they'll abandon their chick for no reason other than vibes. In 2019, when an African dam dried, these pink tweeties left 2,000 chicks to die. Luckily, the flamingo chicks were rescued by people, but the parents didn't just say fuck.
Good job,
they
people.
said fuck nursery. Don't think they're loyal either. Flamingos actually have a divorce rate of 99%, so if a pair do mate for life, it's because they didn't have any better options. Greater flamingo can roll in squads of thousands. Because they have no real way to defend themselves, so their best defense against a predator is hoping your neighbor gets clapped instead of them. Animals that
damn, look how many there
exist in this realm as Pokemon. Glaucus atlanticus.
Glaucus?
Even its name sounds like a Pokeball-wielding battle cry. It's actually a sea slug whose bright blue colors help it camouflage in the ocean. Doflenia armata. Can you imagine squaring up with a guy and he says that name followed by I choose you?
Like a vagina.
Be respectfully down terrible just off the name. It's a striped sea anemone with a painful sting that takes months to recover from. The main wolf, and I'm not gonna lie, he's probably very low tier. He's not even a wolf or a fox, he's just his own.
Listen, but it's cute as hell. It ain't low tier in my book, it's cute as hell.
Half of his diet is vegetable matter, so you already know he has no bag. He might have maint in his name, but nobody's choosing him.
Can we
the
tame
golden
it?
brush-tailed possum.
It's Pikachu!
He's a marsupial that hides in trees, but if you also sneeze electricity, I would not be shocked. I mean, technically I would be, but I wouldn't be surprised. The Baird's Taper. A 700-pound flaccid-faced powerhouse of a Pokemon that could bite your arm clean off.
Wait, that's a real... Is this thing extinct?
Definitely one of the most disrespectful Pokemon you can collect. And if you like collecting Pokemon, you'll like this dragon collecting game. It's a game where you can... That was such a terrible transition. Look, download it if you want. If not, that's cool, but, yeah, I'm gonna go. That was embarrassing. Manatee facts nobody ever told you, but I'm here to spread the good word. Not only do manatees have hands, they have fingernails too. They evolved from a 4-legged land animal that looks like an unethical liaison between a hippo and a deformed pig. Thank God this version got patched. They might have the weirdest family tree in the world because they're related to aardvarks, elephants, and the rock hyrax. They're physically incapable of being aggressive because their teeth are great at grinding grass but useless for biting. They couldn't hurt you if they wanted to. If an alligator and a manatee bump into each other, the 12-foot carnivore gives the manatee the right of way. The only bad thing is manatees expect the same treatment from boats and it ends really badly. Literally the only natural predator they have are humans on boats, which is why they're a protected species in Florida.
Wait, they live in Florida?
$500.
Why have not heard of any Florida man trying to hump it?
And cost you 60
Probably
years
has
of
happened.
freedom. At 11 feet 1,000 pounds, the African manatee is one of the biggest vegans on the planet. When I was 6, I had a stuffed manatee named Manny, and one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in my life is whatever happened to Manny. Columbus thought manatees were mermaids, and I cannot guarantee you he didn't try to have sex with them. They basically fart to stay afloat. After 50 years, they were taken off the endangered species list in 2017. They currently write jokes for Family Guy.
Good job. Alright, it writes jokes for Family Guy. I assume that dude's fat as fuck. Anyway, okay, alright. That was a new Hood Nature video. Yo, let me know what y'all think. I shrinked the video size thing, the window. Why I pointed both sides, I don't know. Listen, my brain is stupid as fuck. It don't exist no more. Because, you know, his videos that usually have those black bars on the side, so this way it probably is better for viewing pleasures. So let me know if it pleasured you. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you want to see more Hood Nature reactions by a boy, playlist is up here. Quick thank you to the YouTube members and Patreons. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and have a nice day, brah.